goeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Christ said all the people that did this to us, they're going into captivity. This is what Christ said. We're not saying anything. Christ says you're all getting ready to go into captivity. Read.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
And Christ is going to do this. Christ is going to do all this. Read.
Here's the patience and the faith of the saints.
And this is what we've been patiently waiting for, to get out of this oppression, out of this captivity that we've been in. Because we know this is not our rest. Micah 2 and 10. We know this is not our rest. We're just here because this is where the ships were brought. Go ahead.
Micah 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
We know this is not our rest. Our homeland is Jerusalem. It says it, Galatians 4 and 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free. That is the mother of us all. That's where we're from. We're not Hamites. We're Shemitic. We're not Ham. Go ahead.
Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction.
And that's why our people are getting it, because they don't want to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. That's why they're dying in this society. But he says, if you return back to me, I'm going to return back to you. That's what he said through Malachi. All our people got to do is come back to this book. Come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. And then Christ is going to take care of all of you people, all of his adversaries. Read.
Exodus 21 and 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
And this was a law that Moses gave from the foundation of the world. And was our people stolen? Our people were stolen. Weren't we stolen? He says, he that stealeth a man, and we're still bound in your hands. So Christ says you're going to be put to death. Christ said it. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 30 and verse 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
And all the people that keep oppressing us and doing us dirty in this society, he says you get ready to get devoured. Christ says it's not going unpunished. Nobody's getting away from the one that created the heavens and the earth. We're not worried about the pestilence. We don't need no mask. All that stuff is here for the wicked. That's why they're dying from that corona. That's Christ doing that. That's part of the getting rid of his adversaries. He said he's going to be our shield and our buckler, our fortress and our refuge, a very present help in a time of trouble. Read.
And all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
But all of our adversaries, every one of them, we're talking about the Ammonites, the Japanese, they're going in. The Moabites, the Chinese are going in. Esau, you guys, he has a real controversy with you. All Ishmaelites, everybody, the Arabs, they're all going in. Everybody that touched us is going in. Read.
And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
Even those Hamites that were going and chasing our people, they're even going into slavery. Even the Hamites, they're going into slavery too. Read.
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
And all the ones that prey upon us, he's getting ready to come after you. It's just a matter of time. You can laugh and despise this word all you want, but he said all those that despise the word, you're going to be destroyed. But he that keepeth the commandments shall be rewarded. Read.
Proverbs 28 verse 1. The wicked flee when no man pursueth.
And that's what they're doing. They always going to flee when it's something that doesn't fit them, something that doesn't sound smooth to their ears, that sounds good to them, then they want to flee. But every time we come out, we're going to give it to you like this. Read.
But the righteous are bold as a lion.
And we're going to stay bold as a lion. We're going to stand on this truth. That's what we're going to do. We're going to stay bold as a lion. Because what we're saying is not the imaginations of our heart, which is the mind. We're going to tell you what saith the Lord God. Read.
Psalms 149 and verse 4. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people.
He takes pleasure in his people. This is who he takes pleasure in. He takes pleasure in us. Read.
He will beautify the meek with salvation.
And he's going to beautify us with his salvation. He's getting ready to beautify us with his salvation, because he's getting ready to save us out of this captivity. Read.
Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
And we're going to sing on our beds on that day, because we're going to be back home. This is not our rest. Read. Read.
Let the high praises of God be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen.
And Christ is getting ready to execute vengeance on all you heathens. That's what Christ is getting ready to do. This is what you got to look forward to. It's Christ's vengeance. Read.
And punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron.
As you getting ready to get chains. That's called sowing and reaping. That's what that's called. You're going to reap what you sow. Go ahead.
To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord.
This honor is coming to all his saints. Who are the saints? Go to the saints.
Daniel?
Yeah, go to the saints. Or
Psalms, yeah.
All lives matter.
Now they want to come and please.
Psalms
148.
Psalms 148 and verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people.
He also exalted the horn of his people. That's Christ himself is the one that's got exalted, who's seated on the right hand of God. That's what we waiting for to get us out of this captivity. Christ himself. Read.
The praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him.
Because we're near and dear to God. And what you guys have done is mess with the wrong people. That's what you did by touching the apples of his eye. You mess with the wrong ones.
Praise ye the Lord. Daniel 7 and verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
And when it's all said and done, the saints of the Most High are going to take the kingdom.
And possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
And we don't have it forever, even forever and ever. That's going to be that everlasting kingdom that David talked about, that Christ talked about, that everlasting kingdom that's never going to be destroyed. But this one is getting ready to get nuked.
Isaiah 49 and verse 22. Thus saith the Lord God, behold, I'll lift up mine hand to the Gentiles and set up my standard to the people. And they shall spring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders, and kings shall be thy nursing fathers.
This is talking about trading places. How you guys going to be carrying our daughters and our sons. You're going to be taking care of our children. You're going to be out there in them fields. It's talking about trading places. Read.
And their queens, thy nursing mothers, they shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet.
And this is when Christ gets here. This is when you're going to be licking the dust off of our feet. Christ is going to make you do this. And if you don't, you go to Luke. He already said what's going to happen in the book of Luke if you don't do this. For those mine enemies.
Luke 19 verse 27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
And if you don't want to do what he says on that day, he's gonna kill you right on the spot. That's what Christ is gonna be doing. Let's go to Matthew. We can close out.
Matthew 26 verse 6. Now when Mashiach was in Bethany in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much, and given to the poor. When Mashiach understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this, that this woman hath done, be told for memorial of her.
And with that,
we'd like to give all glory, honor, and praise to the Most High God, the God of Israel, and unto our people, the 12 tribes of Israel. Kwam Yasharallah!
Kwam Yasharallah!